still realize no one can count to 30.
Say what?
I like Legos.
Legos rule.
You know, I spent a lot of time on this countdown, and you guys are talking over it.
I would like
What
it
was
to be
that called?
60
I
seconds.
take responsibility for ruining the 30 seconds of Culture Casino.
I mean, it's only 30 seconds.
I can't even count past 5.
Wait, no.
Do you feel that, Fat Steven? Do you
Yeah,
feel
I think
that?
it's indigestion. I had Pepto-Bismol. So
Oh,
I'm
good,
now.
good, good, good. Good. I thought
Either
it might
that or
get
it's
some
Tom
gas.
Pan.
Pass on the
Probably Tom Pan trying to get
News
$500 out of
podcast.
We
Oh.
do not kneel, bitches.
Go.
me. Here we go.
You see the
Oh,
egg?
it's the dump.
You see the Humpty? You know it's
Humpty
Wednesday night, everybody, because it's the
Oh.
Humpty Dump. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday night, the Humpty Dump. I am large and in charge. I ain't freezing and I'm pleasing. Okay.
And
that
watch
was
him eat
embarrassing.
himself right now.
Yeah.
Does anyone else think that Walton kind of looks like he has the haircut of the beginning haircut of a man bun coming?
Oh my God.
I
Do
have
you
it right up in the back.
Please tell me you don't have a man bun, though.
No,
Or
it's just like a tiny little thing.
Okay,
Oh,
you're not
that's a
going to get
man
one of
bun.
those like chopstick
man
type
bun.
things.
That's
Okay.
what she said, dude.
You could do.
Yeah.
You could
Is that a
totally do
handlebar
like
for all the special ones out there?
Okay, question for the panel. Man bun or mullet? You only can wear one for the
I
rest of your
would-
life. Mullet.
I would.
Mullet.
I would prefer a samurai ponytail for Steven.
There's no such thing as a man bun because anybody who has one is not a man.
Ooh. You heard it from Tom first here, people. What do you think, Culture?
I vote neither. Have long hair like a man.
So you never rocked a mullet being the age you are.
No.
Oh,
No,
impressive.
really.
You're from Philly, Jersey area. You
only-
definitely had a mullet.
At
Steven.
one point, yes, absolutely.
Only Canadians did that, and soy guys.
Soy boys. All right. Fat Steven, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, Culture, can you take your ma'am bun out of this conversation? Thank you very much.
Oh. Well, let's say hello to the panel tonight. We have a special guest who's welcome on anytime he likes. It is the one, the only Fat Steven. Insert the rest here because he changes it so much. How you
I'm
doing?
Canadian, so I took offense to it. Thank you. I've been working out.
Shut up, I'm
my-
dating.
Hi, Tom.
No.
When you wake up
higher.
tomorrow morning, you're going to see nothing but this voice and the off smell of Crisco.
Damn it, you ruined my organism.
I mean,
you ruined my $500.
if she sounded like that,
Is
but
that a black belt for going down?
I don't know. Fat
That
Steven,
chick is
It's
weird.
hiding my Adam's apple.
tell them where they can find you, Fat
I think
Steven.
she's one of those transformers.
You're going to find me in therapy after this.
Yes, Stevens. They're no
Yes.
longer transformers.
Don't worry, people. The links are in the chat. If you could
They're
read, you'll find them.
transcribers.
Is there swearing allowed on this show?
Is there what?
Is there
Sorry?
pronouns in
Oh,
manual?
yeah.
Are we allowed to swear? Like F-bombs?
Oh yeah,
or no?
fuck yeah.
Okay. Fuck you, Tom. Give me fucking $500.
There you go. And next up, the author. He made it here on a Wednesday.
So
How
I
are you
don't-
doing,
I don't get it.
Steven?
Was she a
doing well.
chick who's a guy now, or she's a guy who was a chick now?
Why is
You
this shirt
idiot.
unbuttoned?
That's not a transformer, that's a transcriber.
'Cause he wants.
Hi,
You
everybody. Thank you for
Do that
being
again.
here.
Thank you, Steven.
Sorry, Steven.
Next up, the artist of the fourth wave, one of the greatest mods in the game, Machini90.
I'm doing great. Thank you, as always, for having me here. Always happy to be here on the Wednesday Humpty Dump. And hail to the best chat on YouTube. Happy to see you guys here. Ready to get this party started.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. And a man of many channels. His name is Tom. You might know him from Midnight's Edge, Midnight's Edge After Dark, Midnight's Edge Radio, Midnight's Edge Skinemax. And oh, wait a minute, is that one up yet?
You should check out like that Stephen Walton channel.
Yeah, they got like stuff on there that isn't sucky.
When are we getting? I just want to know when we're getting our next bat, Tom.
He said enema.
And by the way, Tom, you got $5? You got $5? There he is.
I don't have $5. Does it look like I got pockets in this fucking outfit? I keep telling Alfred, my assistant, that I need pockets. Pockets would be helpful.
Well,
And a
but
zipper.
don't you have a utility belt, man?
Yeah, I got a utility belt, but I can't put money in there. I got all my gadgets and stuff in there.
Like
I
what?
didn't include it.
I got anti-shark repellent. I got penguin bombs.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where I got this. This is a G-string. What the fuck?
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Never mind.
okay. Thank you for being here tonight, Bat Tom.
Where am I?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all going to be all right. And one of the best, the hair of the Fandom Menace, one of the greatest co-hosts the Dump
Ords
has
is
ever
here?
seen, Culture Casino.
Hey guys, Culture Casino.
It's that
I had
guy
to use-
who owns Branson, Missouri.
I want to pull in his
Oh,
hair
yeah.
and call him Sally.
What's his name?
Like a character in a
Phil
tombstone.
Donahue.
I
how's
wonder if his
cultural-
nose tastes like chocolate.
Oh, no. Wow. How is your second channel going, Culture Casino?
it could grow. That'd be great. To be honest with you, right now it's dumping ground for everything I do.
Idiot, it's not Phil Donahue. It's Charlie Manson that owns Branson, Missouri.
Regardless, check out my channels, and yeah.
They'll be in the
Oh,
chat.
yeah.
Thank you, buddy. All right. Oh, not me. Hold on. There we go.
Somebody
Let's-
started the Beavis and Butthead. I can't help it.
I know. It's
No, no,
okay.
you're
Let it flow. It's Wednesday night. We haven't had
Even
a
the Greek
pants off
portfolio.
one.
I need
You know what?
TV for my bungle.
There you go, Makini. All right. Let's say who is here.
You didn't introduce McAney's side boob.
There's-
Who is
Why does
pissing?
Why does it
What?
sound? Yeah, it sounds like Justin Proper's here all of a sudden. I don't know what.
Right?
That is
Well,
disgusting.
You know who is here?
Is it Mike
Eats up.
Zero?
Eats up.
No, not tonight.
no
no
Mike
Mike
Zero.
Zero tonight. No Mike Zero tonight, guys.
Damn it.
Where the fuck is the belt? I mean,
Yeah. Wait a minute. Are you in a,
Yo,
in a
where's the
closet?
championship belt,
Why
man?
does Oprah look so pale?
I just got done. I had dad duty tonight, so
Respect.
I'm a little bit late. I fell asleep reading a book.
Did you wash your hands after that?
Yeah, it happens.
Wash
It
your
Did you wash your hands before?
Well, listen.
Amen.
They're fleshy little germ traps anyway. So you just take and hose them off and hope for the best.
There you go, man.
Spread my
There you
six
go.
line.
That's what
Thank
we
you
say
for
about
being here.
Beavis.
Thank you. Like I said, man, I got a little extra time to hang out tonight. There's no Rogue show on my channel, but at
Oh my
9.
God, he's not going to be stealing people tonight. Thanks.
No,
Oh, no, he will be.
I'm
Oh, give it time. Give it time.
I'm being stolen by
Okay, well, then you can't- nope,
by somebody
nope.
else.
Nope. If it ain't yours, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Okay. Put it in the private chat. Put it in the private chat.
Can you keep that man away from my breasts?
All right. Oh,
Whoa.
God.
okay.
Die.
All right. I don't know what just happened there. Culture. What is that?
Mandy wanted to promote something, so she's thinking about taking yoga. If this is what she's going to do on her channel, I'm all for it. I don't know about the rest of you.
I'm
but-
super chats, motherfucker.
I swear I've seen Steven try that, but never complete
Reminds me
it.
reminds me of a pose.
Well,
Actually.
Yeah.
that is the post
Put it
to
back. Put
apply.
it back out there.
She looks flexible and stuff.
God. Damn.
Well, first off, let's say hello to the chat.
Sorry.
We have Tina Bojan. She's a channel member, and she says, "Good evening, friends." And if you want to become a channel member, follow the link. It's somewhere in the chat. Robert is here. Hail, Robert Makini, helping out. Yo Kim Stark, waiting and watching Starship Rude. Okay. Let's see. Where are Storyman Jack, who became a channel member last week? Thank you, Storyman. He says, Scotty. And then he says, I just got a face rig app so I can cheat the whole storytelling art thing, but I realize I will have to shave for it to work. It seems my beard funky and keeps my mouth open. LOL. Okay. Did not know that the technology isn't with beards yet. Who else do we have here? We have Runner is in the house. Great channel. Check him out.
Hell.
Soul Assassin is here. Mr. Tickle Trunk with a $2 super chat. And I can actually look at the chat on the other page. And it's like a fox with hearts. And I respect that. That. Thank you so much.
I have a question. Am I doing yoga right?
Let's check that out. Hold on. Let me bring that up. Yeah. Is that Santa Claus watching?
Howard.
It's Howard the Duck.
It's Howard the Duck, man. It's
Oh my
Leah
God! Is that
Thompson.
Leah Thomas?
It's Leah Thompson.
That's what I thought that was.
That has a lot to do with my youth.
Oh, that's the erections of ages past, right
Oh,
there.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
And then you
Oh
saw
my
him getting
God.
frisky with a duck, and you're like, I don't think I can get happy about
There you
this
go.
anymore.
Culture. What's that? Who we got there?
Oh,
You didn't. You didn't.
thanks, Culture.
Oh wow,
I did this for
a
ETAB.
Mandy
Thank
corn.
you. It's a centaur. A
Wait,
centaur.
is that the
Mandy
Emily
too.
corn from yesterday?
What did I say?
Yes.
I said minotaur. It's a centaur.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Centaur.
it's not a Minotaur, bro. That's
Who is that?
That's Emily Radajamal. I don't know.
Emily Ratajkowski.
She's hot.
Radikowski.
Yeah.
And
It would have been
Okay.
sexier if
Radikowski.
it would have been sexier.
Shadows
if
of
Ed was
PR
the
for-
Amazon.
Well, I just want you to know Keely Chow says mullet. Okay, so mullet wins there. Parrot Head is in here. We have could not be reached for further comment. That's a great name.
That is
I've seen
great.
that one before. So thanks for being here. And if I missed anybody, because we got to get to it, I guess. Thundercat Ho is in the house.
I do love hose.
We do have Keck 44.
Oh, hey, look. That looks uncomfortable.
What the hell is she doing?
I
That's what it
Steven?
looks like when a vegan takes a shit.
Ew.
well,
Oh.
Steven,
I like
Steven,
them
you're-
titties, though.
you should know what that
hey,
face
buddy,
lack
looks like.
thereof.
Is that one of those Transformers?
Oh yeah, like, totally one of those Transformers.
Those things
Hmm.
probably look like sad fucking wind socks.
Oh,
I'm just gonna venture a guess to say
Well,
they look like sad wet sock puppets after they've been left out in the rain for like.
Is that a venereal bot?
I mean, the sad thing is she got work on those, but you can see like the back is just straight down. All right.
Look at her veins. She looks like she's shooting up or some shit.
Let me-
Slap 'em, I ain't
You got
even-
to interject here. This is a Photoshop, actually. The only thing that's real is her head. That's a boob stunt double. Because we
Oh,
No, but zoom back in there. Look at her
okay. Let's
arm
do
vein
it. Let's
there.
do it.
They have breast doubles?
She got like track. Look at that shit.
Yeah, that's emaciation plus crack and shit right there.
I thought that's a tracking device for agent.
No, I don't
Oh, Jesus.
make movies for 43-year-old
Oh,
guys
God.
in their base. Oh, I like that
I
one.
just
Hold
play
on.
people.
I like
That's-
people.
God.
I mean, at least you're in the picture with her, right? Instead of it being something like, I don't know, this.
Oh,
Right?
Come
Right?
on now.
No, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help.
Question: how
Glad
does
you showed-
that Walton
Never
look
again.
more manly than the Walton with the man bun?
Oh,
Oof.
Wow, that's pretty fucked up. Yeah, it was about 30 pounds
Walton-
heavier then.
hey Nolan, what's up?
Why does Walton have a man bun? I'm so confused.
I don't have a man bun. My hair's growing out, and I got it tied up in the back.
Hey.
That's it.
Hey, Fat Steven,
Is
you
it
got
long
another
enough to have a
Canadian.
ponytail?
Another
though?
Canadian.
Like not a traditional
Hello.
ponytail. It's got to be higher.
It's almost a man bun.
No, it is not, Tom. God
It's a
damn it! don't
man
do that.
bun.
It's a half bun.
MAMBUN. Man.
Look at culture.
bun.
I'm trying to make us all fucking feel.
Yeah,
fucking like
yeah.
shit.
Hey, at least Tom's here. I'm not the only bald one. I'm not
Up
the
there
only
like
bald
Jesus
one here.
and shit. He's just like,
You
and
know,
then he's like massaging himself. Look at that gay shit. But is it gay if it's yourself?
speaking of beautiful women,
He does well at it though. All right.
That
so
was actually kind of funny. Culture.
I don't
She
know
got
if we.
little bitties.
She definitely looks a lot better in this picture than the burlap sack she
yeah,
wore.
she's not in a potato bag.
Yeah, so she got that going for her. Tom, you said you guys covered this. Is it worth even reading?
It's long. There's
Just like
some
her eyebrows.
Thank you.
sections. There's some sections in there that might be worth looking into, but
Okay.
it's just the perceived push of this whole thing.
Right.
Are they doing the same thing they did with the op-ed?
Yes.
Like where they took it out of context?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you start an article, and this is by Rebecca Sun, after intense racist and sexist online trolls caused the actress to close up shop, Tran has emerged stronger and sure of who she is. I feel like a totally different
I
human.
don't understand what they're saying. I've always wanted to bang a yellow bitch.
Whoa!
Wow. Denounce
And
it,
Stephen Walton's canceled.
Denounce it, bro.
Oh, no. Then I denounce Justin's supremacy.
No. You know what
She's
you
a
need
human
to
being.
do.
She's not a crayon out of the box. You do realize this, right?
Yeah, jeez.
No, she's a wonderful woman. You know what I really hate is how they keep taking her quotes out of context to fulfill their own narrative. It's just like she's at some point this woman has to stand up and say, just somehow. Every time she makes a statement, they take it out of context.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd like to know, because I don't want to read this. It is long. I kind of want to, from right here, you got, everyone knows what happened after the movie came out. Rian Johnson's vision of a galaxy. Now, this isn't quoting. Rian Johnson's vision of galaxy far, far away divided obsessive fans. And Tran, as the franchise's most prominent newcomer and first woman of color in a lead role, make up your mind. Are they white adjacent people, of Asian people, white adjacent, and no longer considered able to get that type of funding?
They got kicked out of the POC group, remember?
Yeah, but now it's saying they're back in.
I'm so confused.
I am confused too.
What is white adjacent?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
You've never heard white adjacent?
No.
Does that mean like when you get a birthmark that's really too big, does that make you white adjacent?
Well, no, you're Asian, but you're no longer considered a person of color anymore because, Harvard and things like that think you're working too hard to get in, so you don't deserve it anymore. So now you are considered, patriarchal white adjacent.
Why does it sound like that's a corner of like that's something kind of coloring you get from a paint store?
It's not supposed to sound nice.
That is like Olympic. That is Olympic level mental gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, thank you, sir.
Colored. I'm not white.
Thank you, sir.
So basically,
this
article is just more of the same shit of them trying to push this narrative that she was drove off of social media by trolls that don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they twist her words to make it sound like she's saying something she's not. And if you really read what she's saying what she's been saying all this time. Hollywood put these standards upon me. Right. Hollywood made me feel like less of a person. They were telling me what to do. They were telling me how to feel and act. All that shit.
Right. Like the New York outfit.
Yes. Yeah. And really, it seems
Who
like
is
a rehash.
Shit?
I know.
That's Makini.
Makini never knows to hit mute.
Oh.
So all we hear is him I don't know.
Can you go
I hope
just a
he's
little
really
bit, Scott?
sawing something.
He's sketching Rose.
You know how
sorry about that.
You know how hard it is to cut through a
He is
human femur?
cranking the shit out of one.
He's looking at that picture and cranking something out. I don't blame him. She's hot.
But the same thing is, if you're noticing, like, have you seen the shots they've taken of her for this article? How beautiful of a woman she is.
Oh God, yeah.
And then you look, but like literally, this picture itself is actually going against that narrative in general. Because you remember how they made Rose Tico look in the actual movie and how dumpy she looked, and they look at her now. She is literally proving it with these pictures that Hollywood made this thing. Hollywood made her that image, and it doesn't matter if the article is saying something because no one watches the Hollywood Report. No one gives a crap.
Yeah, she basically brings up the Asian stereotypes that Hollywood has.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to go into that, why didn't they go into the depth about how like the Asian community is being attacked in a lot of different communities, especially on the Western coast, like the Western world, because of the whole Koof thing and how they're always being targeted and like.
Sorry,
this article could have done so much better. Then again, it's mainstream bullshit.
But is there anything new? Like, did she add new quotes to it, or is it just a rehash?
Recall. It was mostly just rehash, and again, they still try to put words in her mouth. I mean, honestly, this is even less damning than the one where they were like sitting there with her live on TV or whatever, and they basically said it to her, and she's just like, "Yeah," and then it was just like, and then she goes into a totally different subject or whatever. Mm-hmm. She owned it for a second there, and that was about it. That was the closest she's ever come to specifically owning it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I got to imagine, Tom, that her, John, like these people that have been used as tokens and like misused in their statements, they've got to be sick of it by this point. I would have to think that. I'd have to think.
Well, that's what we've been saying, and we've been comparing it. It's like being used as a circus freak,
right? And how?
Go ahead,
man. Oh, no, I was gonna say, how racist is that? Like we're fans are just being called racist and sexist and all this stuff just because we didn't like your story because it was garbage. It's not their fault that the story was garbage. It's not their fault that Kennedy doesn't care about the fans of the story. It's not their fault, but they're the ones being used and tokenized and pushed as just like a thing or an object instead of a person, an actor, representing a character, and that's the travesty of all this. And again, it does point to how those types who are obsessed with race and sex and gender and identity and this and that, it's projection from them. It's pointing the finger to the people and calling others what they themselves are and what they're obsessed with. I feel bad for Kelly, because Kelly is a beautiful woman. I have no, I would not ever mind seeing her in a role, playing a role in anything that she might be good at. It's not her fault. That it's not her fault.
She starved herself. Look at that fucking picture.
I was just about to say
this is the thing I wanted to ask. Actually, do you think that because of all the bullcrap that she was put through and the way she was used by Hollywood, that it made her get the complex that she had to look like a toothpick?
Right.
That's kind of what she says.
Probably.
There is a quote in the article where she basically
even her eyebrows.
What does she call it? The flat bellied tea sellers is what she calls it. I'm sure that's some kind of racial connotation of some type that she kind of felt that she was being, pushed upon her.
Well, she looks amazing on the left side.
Does.
Like that was the Rose Tico that they turned this beautiful girl into just a frumpy, annoying, going nowhere character in The Last Jedi. Now on the right, it really looks like that picture, almost like you could see her ribs through her chest.
It's almost airbrushed probably, and there's lighting and makeup probably has a lot to do with that. But I'm sorry, her natural form?
No, her face is like cut in half, dude.
Yeah. But her her natural, the form that we saw, like the one on the left, that's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
She's beautiful, naturally beautiful.
Woman.
Yeah,
that's like
the
Karen
thing.
on the right.
Well, look what they did with Naomi Aki. Look what they did with what's the gal's name that had to keep her helmet on? She played Zori Bliss.
Carrie
Russell.
Oh,
Carrie
yeah.
Russell. Okay, you have Rose was basically like just gone in that whole movie, The Rise of Palpatine. So you've got all these other women that they shelved, made look horrible, so they could highlight Rey. Exactly. Yeah. And I don't say that. I don't say that as an insult to Daisy Ridley, because like I said, away from the role, I like, she seems like
Daisy Ridley's hot. That's
absolutely. But it's I think she's a sexy woman. Other than she is, man. She's a good looking
beautiful
girl.
smile, pretty girl.
She needs a sandwich, but okay.
In her own way.
No, I think she's
sorry.
Ready, cast. Steven, Steven likes to make women sandwiches, so you can help her with that, Steven. You could definitely help her with that.
Fuck that. I would wifey up Daisy Ridley or Kelly Tran. I think they're both beautiful women.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit more. Why do you I don't know. I just like putting it out there. The girl on the left is healthy looking to me. The one on the right, and yes, you're right. It could be lighting, it could be makeup, but if you look at her neck, that's not good. That's too thin. That's
you're missing the bigger picture here.
What is it?
Feature. The one on the left, she looks actually happy. She's smiling. She looks happy before the Rian Johnson. You look at her there, and she might be posing and told not to give emotion, but her eyes are giving her away. Her eyes don't show happiness. She shows, I had to give up myself just to look this way because Hollywood expects this.
Well, it's definitely a more of a model look on that side, but I don't know. I like a girl that I could take to rib night. It's all good.
But Steven's basically on point there. I feel like her message she's trying to get across is
she's hollow.
She's living up to this expectation, or trying to live up to this expectation, not that the fans have, but Hollywood has.
Yes.
And not only that, especially for someone of her race.
Right.
And again, all this shit that's being thrusted upon her and the stuff that she's saying is causing her issues emotionally has nothing to do with fans.
No,
and I even called Hollywood Reporter out on this on my Twitter, not like they're ever going to answer to it, but I said, where's the proof? I want to see the proof. I have yet to see the proof of mass harassment of this woman. In fact, Mecca, and I believe it was either Data Racer or Ichibaka, basically put together where that all started from, and they traced it back to a PR account.
Yep. That's absolutely right, because I'm actually working on the finishing touches of a chapter talking about the Kelly Marie Tran incident for the Phantom Menace Volume 2. And I have spent the last several months trying to find any evidence of harassment. And you're right.
It was never there. It wasn't real.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't real. But I want to add another thing. Scott, you have
daughters,
right?
Wait a minute. Say that again.
You have daughters, right?
Yes, I do.
So this is also kind of a kind of realization. You probably already know this lesson, but take it from your daughter's point of view. If they were fans of hers or fans of this character,
Right.
and the imagery of before and after, they're showing what you have to give up,
Yes.
being yourself to look and be popular. This
Yes.
is also a self-image false narrative they're presenting in this article, not just by what she's saying and twisting it,
Yep.
by the imagery itself. It's telling people to subconscious level, especially women, or if you're, I'm going to be respectful in trans and wanting to be a woman, whatever.
Yeah.
You have to sell your soul, cut half of yourself off, give away happiness to become that.
And you know what? You have a very valid point. And for a very long time, you know, there was always the stick figure model. In the 90s, it was that heroin chic. And then we finally got like J-Lo and a couple others that brought that, you know, woman shape back. And I thought, okay, there we go. We're going to get back to what men want in a woman, a woman that looks like a woman and not like a boy. And, you know, no disrespect, but, you know, there's nothing there. She went from a full figured woman to like this just, I don't know what that is anymore. And she looks so sad and in pain. And that's what my kids are supposed to look up to. You know, like
it has
it's
so
scary.
much level. Yeah, it does. It has a lot of this article, even just the imagery, has a lot of levels of hate yourself or be this someone else, or don't be yourself. And I don't agree with this. And I hi Polly, I know you're down there covering the comments. How are you?
Yeah, Paulie, welcome to the Humpty Dump. How are you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just listening to the conversation.
Yeah, please.
Finally introduces him.
Well, you know what? You guys were going so hot. It was really good.
Fired, Scotty.
And Paulie's a professional. Paulie, let me ask you what you think. You see a young woman on the left here, right before I think Return of Last Jedi was released. You know, looking healthy. Even, you know, in that photo, you could tell the color is good. And then you see this girl on the right, and they're still pushing the narrative that it was us, the fans, that drove her to pretty much close to cutting off social media and wanting to leave Hollywood forever. Even though she has never said it. What do you see different with these two women? You know, like what do you think of this? I mean, because you can see a drastic change. I don't know. Is she finally bending the knee to Hollywood and giving them what they want? Or because she still won't blame the fans. I still have not seen that.
I mean, this looks like a nice photo shoot. And you can, you know, depending on angles and Photoshop.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I have not read the article, so I don't know. Did she lose weight or?
Well, I think we kind of went off on a tangent at the difference, what Hollywood wants, you know, what Hollywood tries to project of what a woman should look like, even though they say, love yourself for who you are, but yet they want the certain size figure. They want what they think sells.
The size zero.
Yeah. And I think most men want a woman that looks like a woman that's healthy. You know,
well, I mean, I like a size zero if her body frame is meant for it. You know, like I like women of all sizes. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Sorry.
But I don't want a woman that when I hug her, she'll poop if I squeeze too hard, like if I'm squeezing a chihuahua. I don't want that.
Yeah, see, I hate that kind of. I mean, like, everyone's has the right to their own opinion, their own preferences, but I don't appreciate that. I've known women who were, I grew up with a girl named Christy. She had that model thin figure body, and she had with big boobs, and she got teased to death. She got teased literally to death till she couldn't take it anymore. Because she had that model thin. That's just naturally who she was. So I really don't like. I don't like that kind of attitude. Like if a woman is naturally skinny, if that's how she's born, if she's like a rail thin type of person, then bless her. If she's born big boned, if she's born voluptuous, if she's born whatever, like I have no problem with that. Every woman is beautiful in their own way. But you know, when it comes to something like this, if Kelly's going to slim down, and as far as that picture with her looking like a model, that's up to her, really. And it's kind of having that stoic look. That is a typical model presentation, that kind of emotionless, strong, kind of like stoic look. Like, I mean, like if she's happy like that, if she's happy doing that, or putting herself through the rigors of shaping herself in that way, and also like Paulie was saying, it could have been lighting, could have been makeup, could have been Photoshop, a lot of things, you know, airbrushing they do to make someone look like that. But at the end of the day, I'm rather have a woman be happy with who she is. And the Kelly Marie Tran that we have seen in the past, during the time when she was thrown in that damn potato sack and made to look horrible, I like that figure. I like that full face. I like that full figure. Ew, and that is disgusting.
All women casual women.
Slay, queen, slay.
You know, guys downvoting my videos.
I did. Paulie, how you feeling? Go.
So, from what I see in these photos of the Hollywood Reporters, every shot her hair's back, so she's, her the frame of her, of her face is gonna look different than what you're used to, and I think she looks stunning. And the makeup is just, it just accentuates her cheekbones, which can be, you take it or leave it, as far as Hollywood is. I remember her showing up to one award show maybe a year or two ago, and she looked pretty stunning. Or maybe it was one of the Star Wars red carpets last year or before 2020, and she looked, pretty amazing. So again, I haven't read the article. I'm just looking at these. I mean, they're fantastic photo shoot. I mean, I don't know what the.
You know what?
She doesn't look to me. She doesn't look emaciated. I mean that the cover, it's form fitting. But she still looks. I don't know. So yeah,
right there with you, Paulie.
I would definitely give an apologies if I took it out of context. That was just the way I was seeing it for my opinion. So I'll
no, brother, no. You're
I don't know what you said.
Well, and it was, with that, Steven, you were actually trying to be positive. You were trying to say, like there is, and I don't care what anybody says, there is a different, degree of what a woman needs to go through in Hollywood and what a man needs to go through.
And it's harder. It's harder for women. You have to understand. Like men can get away with just being a strong. We could be large men. We could be tall, short, whatever. As long, we have to present a certain machismo, no matter how that comes off, no matter how we do as a masculine person. But women go through a lot more than we do because it's about visual. It's more about a visual stimulation.
Yeah, but it's a hell of a lot easier for a woman to get laid than it is a guy.
It can be, but
it can be my ass.
Well, all they have to do is on the women. It really all
a woman has to do is say, "I'm horny," and 10 fucking men will go, "I'm right here."
Yeah, but you got to imagine that's all the time, and the type of dudes that come out of women.
Oh, I get that. Yeah,
I'm gonna argue with that with a big ass no, because not all men are like that though. Because some men and actually some women.
I said at least 10.
Well, I know at least 10, but you also understand though, like a woman can or a man can yell, "Hey, I want sex," but first of all, you're not going to get the first 10 you want to have sex with, and B, sex is more than just let's just stick it in, hope for the best. No, baby.
Let's be real. It all depends on your status as far as your looks. No matter how these people want to pretend that the world is normal and average, there is no way I could walk up to some woman who most people would consider, a 9 or a 10 and expect to go out on a date. And they would turn me down and possibly even call me fucking names, and it's supposed to be okay. And I can't even call, fat shaming or anything like that on them because I'm a white male. But now reverse that. Yeah. And reverse that though, if a fat woman who looked a lot like me walked up to Steven and he rejected her, she could go online and blast the fuck out of him and he would get fucking just cremated. And be called every last fucking name in the book and expected to not only take that woman out on a date, but fucking marry her ass and give her babies.
At the same time, the one I also asked Tom with that. Sorry, go ahead. I'll call you first. I've been talking a lot.
So I was thinking, Scott.
I have dating issues, Girthy. Sorry.
I did laugh at that. Sorry, Tom. I happen to think, Tom. Oh, you know what? Anyways, I'm gonna go on. We were watching Me, Mrs. Slant TV yesterday, and the what's her name? Jennifer Aniston commercial came up where she's selling something and she's working out and she's meditating on a hill, and Romy was more offended with that because it's like, oh well, look at her. She's got all the money in the world to look like that at that age.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Give me a real, and Romy's like, Mrs. Slant is like, give me a real woman with real curves. in that commercial, then I'll say yeah. You know, so that was interesting. You know, it's always interesting as far as how females see female representation. You know, because you don't get a lot of real nice curvy women selling stuff as far as health, because you automatically assume they're not healthy.
Right.
And so, Romy, her name is Romy. We all know who she is. She also brings up is that when you see, like younger women in film, I know, 20s, 30s, they're always to the older man, the older leading man. It's never a woman who's middle age or even the man's age.
Very
Heaven
rare.
forbid it's Liam Neeson's age.
Right. Very rare. Culture.
Anyways, I'm done.
Steven? Oh no!
I had a question actually for the men here, and even Polly. When
wait, what?
No, I didn't mean it like that. Polly as well, because you put your mic off. I didn't mean to say like and Polly like if you know you are. But what I was shut up, Steven. Don't you have like some man bun to grow? But what I'm trying to say is it just a physical attraction, or do we eventually reach a point in our age where we have to understand that this is not about the physical attraction levels anymore, but it's also about the fact that they're making eye contact, they're looking at you, they're listening to you, and conversing back, and not looking as can I see a future with you, but seeing you as a person that can give them what they want. Do you think that evolution changes as your age grows with the evolution of dating and then marriage and all of the others?
It should.
Absolutely,
There's
it does.
bondage involved.
Except, what do you got to say?
If you evolve it, if you evolve it all as a person, which dude, there's nothing wrong with some BDSM. Fucking absolutely, man. Fuck that.
Spice it up somehow.
Yeah, but no, really, like I've been married for 10 years. I've been with my wife for 12. And I mean, at first, when we met through Match.com, really, because where I live, it's like I know everybody. I'm not dating any of these idiots. They've been divorced 4 times. It's like the women that I would have dated here are burned out by the time I was 30 or 29 when I met my wife. It was like, I'm looking at them going, you got 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. Like, why would I even look at you anymore? Like, I have a college degree. I'm single. Like, what are you going to bring to me, in the long term? And it's like, that's it. Like when I was, I dated it. I was coming out of a relationship I was in for 7 years too, with a woman that I found extremely attractive, but absolutely fucking hated for 6 out of the 7 years we were together. She was nuts.
Wait, you dated my ex too?
It's Mr. Satan. But no,
did you get a favorite hit called "I Love You But I Don't Respect You"?
Yeah, was that before or after she cleaned out my bank account?
Damn! It sounds like
clean it out. You gave her your pin.
Is she the type of woman that when she moves to a different state, all the heroin addicts get clean and move out of that state?
I can see where this stream is going.
Thanks,
really
Polly.
So sorry.
Real fast. Culture. You have something to add before we move on?
Well, anthropologically speaking, I mean, younger women prefer older men. So if you guys are having difficulty, because it's anthropologically preferred that a younger lady gets with a male because he's established. They don't have difficulty procreating at an advanced age. They can offer the safety and security that younger men don't usually have the opportunity to offer. Right. So it believe it or not, it can be, to your advantage to be a little older. You still have to present yourself well. If you are lacking in one category, you can make up for it in another. Usually humor is the ultimate diffuser.
That's what I used
to.
And
also the emotional maturity, I think, has a lot to do with it between older men and younger women.
You can listen to a woman drone on and on and on forever when you're older. And at an older age, you have less patience for that.
It's also where you are in life, where you want to go, what you want to do. I have friends that got married at 20 and they're still married and very much in love.
There's a lot of great women out there, but most of them that are already taken and or lesbian.
Tom.
We'll
talk, bro. We'll talk.
It is the Tom.
We're gonna
hang out.
Tom, when you go into a lesbian bar, it doesn't mean male lesbian. It just means for lesbians. Maybe that's why you're not getting
lesbian seagull.
Fly away.
I think if we can get you like a wig that is called the lesbian haircut named Julie, you'll be good.
lesbian seagull.
I'm Mike Zero, and there's a lot of
you're using
lesbians in the
story I
future.
threw at you, Scott.
Yeah, well, I found it interesting there, Paulie. I think it's crazy, but I thought it's needed to see how far they're going to go.
What the fuckity uppity fuck butt?
Well, listen, guys. Demi Lovato slams transphobic gender reveal parties.
Wait. She slammed a transphobic gender reveal party. That's kinky. That's kind of kinky, but
wait. Does that mean she's for transphobia because she's slamming a trans?
Oh, you know what?
If you're slamming,
wait. She's slamming a transphobic
gender
so
reveal.
she's against.
Wait, if you're slamming
the story,
if you read this headline,
at
first it's the dumbest fucking headline you ever read.
Yeah,
First of all, there's no grammar in it whatsoever, minus the context. I can guarantee you now that I've had 10 seconds to think of this and look at it like a logical person. I can tell you what this story is about. She's talking about how baby gender reveal parties are transphobic.
Yeah, because the babies can't pick their gender.
But what would be extremely hilarious is if she was against some kind of trans person coming out and having a reveal party. That would be hilarious. But no, that's not the case. That's how the actual thing reads if you read it at first.
Right. And you're right. Let me just say something real quick. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but I don't know if someone's actually deleting people's messages or I don't have bots.
YouTube and Google's been shit lately.
It's Google. Like Christy's been saying it. A lot of people are saying it that Google moderator has been deleting text a lot, especially this week.
We tried to tell you guys this shit was going to get worse. But
I don't know if it's around just the Fandom Menace channels, but that's where I've seen it.
Mostly, right?
Let me add to anyone in the chat. Make sure you're all subscribed to everyone here on the panel because they're at it again.
Yeah. I lost that, Tom. I don't even think you're subscribed to me anymore, Tom. So.
I gotta check. I should be.
No,
I got an alert earlier.
And I know like Gary got deleted. Because I check and some of the people are obvious because of the large sub count they have.
And guys, if you don't already get a channel on Odyssey, YouTube, it'll back up all your videos there too, just in case anything happens.
Back that chat up.
Yep.
I mean, back that channel up.
Yeah, whatever. You son of a bitch.
Keep your sphincter clean. Keep it Walton's clean.
Why does the anus look like a stick man?
Culture, your hair is frizzy.
Oh,
Culture,
man, pants.
why does the anus look like a stick man?
Go to the beach.
This is propaganda.
Do your balls.
Even with a better computer, I still have no control.
And they don't want to be wet.
I have a question.
Scented ball soak.
What even is a ball soak? Like, what even is?
I don't know. It's your product.
It's not mine.
Culture. I have a question. The label looks like it glows in the dark, so you can even soak your balls at night when the lights aren't out. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it pairs really well with the channel that Tommy's working on right now.
Stevens.
Oh yeah, so we even have a celebrity spokesperson for it.
Does the applicator look like Walton eating a breadstick by chance?
Oh my god!
Ramona Flowers speaks very highly of this product, as you can see here. She's our spokesperson.
She delivers for Amazon. I trust her.
Yeah, she does good work.
That is full nipples too.
Yeah,
we can see that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the article.
Every time I get on a panel with Steven, they do this shit to you, brother.
Yes,
Every
bro.
time.
You see
That's
with the torture?
Yes,
thank you.
Every time.
You know, guys,
That's
cut that
fantastic.
shit out.
Yeah, it's never gonna stop.
Tommy in the chat, stop it.
Paul, you just made it worse.
I know.
It was kind of like you threw the gauntlet down for us to even try harder. But let's get back to what Demi thinks. Demi Lovato has a hit out at gender reveal parties for being transphobic. In an Instagram post, the 28-year-old confident singer shared her thoughts on the concept, which is hugely popular amongst expecting parents, as she reposted a comment made by transgender rights activist Alak Vadmenin. Okay, by Menin.
Vigo, the
Vigo. Yeah, don't stare at the painting. Do not
You
stare
are
at the
but
painting.
the buzzing of flies to him.
Is Vigo trans?
I don't.
Is that him?
Well, he is Carpathian, so maybe.
I was gonna say, is that him with the biggest mangina in Canada?
Oh, he's suffering from Carpathian kitten envy. He's lost his kitten.
So the post says that it's both insincere. Thank you. I can't speak. Insincere and incorrect to pretend that gender reveal parties are not transphobic.
I don't even understand any of this language,
well,
Scott.
let's wait. We're going to find out. This is not about political correctness, which I just found out 80% of Americans polled believe political correctness has gone too far, but still we allow that 20% to rule us with it. But she says it's just
correct.
It's just correct. The message continues. We condemn gender reveals not because of our identity, but because of reality. Gender reveals are based on the illusion that genitals equal gender, and that there are only two options, boy or girl.
Yeah,
That's pretty much
that's called
right.
fucking reality.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on here? Why are we allowing these people to breed? Sorry, my bad.
Well, I mean, they are the silent majority, but
Here's
they get
the best
the
part,
most.
Steven, is most of them can.
Why are they spreading their sickness?
That's what I love when they try to act like it. Look, I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody. If you feel better, you know, in a situation where you're called a woman's name, if you're a man or were born a man and you decide you want to be a woman, whatever, that's your fucking prerogative. Nobody's taking that away from you. Nobody has been taking that away from you. I don't know where they're getting this idea. But I just don't understand where something like that, where just because, you know, you do that, is supposed to be stunning and brave. I don't get that.
Guys, listen to me. This is why I recently, real quick, this is why I've started reaching out to people that we have been trained and conditioned to believe hate us or want to press their beliefs upon us, because this is not represent. I bet you that this is not representative of like the overall trans community. This is a few people wanting to create a narrative to just virtue signal, to create hate, to create misinformation, to push misinformation. I guarantee it. I really do. I mean, look. Go ahead.
Don't forget, Stephen. We had a member of the trans community on here, Kiri, who has a great channel.
Got another one that travels in our chat. Goth nerd.
But Kiri's able to stand her ground when it comes to her convictions. She doesn't believe in giving puberty blockers to kids. She doesn't believe that you should.
She's common sense,
you know. And I'm not quoting her, but she also doesn't believe that people should get in trouble for not using the right pronouns. You know, it's ridiculous. What were you going to say though, Paulie? I heard you.
I'm sorry, dudes.
No, don't worry.
Well, there's a couple things here, right? Is Demi trying to stay relevant, and she just really should take care of her addiction to alcoholism that she's been dealing with. She had what? Wait, hold on. Mrs. Slant just came in. Sorry, I gotta go. Hold on. No, I'm not gonna go.
You take care of the woman.
Wow.
We know what that's like. Yeah, right.
Guys, I gotta go.
Gotta go back. Beware the Paulie. I know what's going on.
See, the whole thing with this crap is that you're never going to know anyone you ever meet. The thing is with what we're raised with and how we are taught by our parent or parents or group of family, however you're raised, is we're raised to treat your neighbor, the first person you meet, with that little bit of respect because you don't know them. So it's usually a hi, what's your name, and what's this? It's not hi, what's your genitals, what's your nouns? Can you please show me to the nearest dictionary that you actually identify from? So I can be sure. And it's the same thing with these goddamn gender reveal parties. They're there for fun to include everyone, or set forest fires.
Let's be real. They're there to know what kind of
do you remember? Do you remember clicking off a checklist out of the uterus, going, "I want to be male," and you're good. You're gone. Out.
Yeah.
No.
Gender dysphoria.
For those.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, I wanted to bring that up with Fasting bring up. Yeah, one of the gender reveal parties set off one of the forest fires in Cali last year.
Well, don't
that
use
was one of the causes of
pyrotechnics. Don't use pyrotechnics. I get that.
Was it a transphobic fire?
You can't. Okay, that's equating like we shouldn't have concerts anymore because Motley Crue didn't listen to their fucking pyrotechnics people. And
Right.
Like you can't equate that with the like.
Not
that's
at all.
Right.
No. I wasn't trying to. I was just saying. I was making a reference to the parties in general. But these can't be transphobic. Kids, children, infants, they have no self-awareness. They have innocence. And it's like these people, I'm going to call celebrities now a virus because celebrities is a virus. They're literally their own virus because they just say nothing but stupid shit.
True that.
Well, that's because they think they have an obligation. Here's the
No,
other
they
problem.
don't. Yeah, they have an obligation. Shut their
Let me
mouth.
finish though, Fat Steven, because I know you agree with me. But the thing is they feel like they have this obligation. Feel is the operative word here. They have this obligation to use their platform, which would be their celebrity, to fight for these things. And this has been drilled into their heads too. Now, I'm not giving most of them any excuses, but this is the way this shit works. Because I have had so many people reach out to me in the last couple weeks compared to what we used to have. And it's not for like, hey, I got this scoop, that scoop. It's like, I'm fucking scared.
Right. Right.
I need somebody to speak out for me that's not just some low-level somebody who can lose their job tomorrow and be erased from existence.
Then Tom, what you got to do is set up an interview and do like they did in the old 90s shows. You make sure they're blacked out, their voice is modulated, and you do interviews. And
Trust me, it'll get to that point. But it's some of these people are just so scared right now they can't even follow some of us.
Then stand
they
their
can't even
ground.
be perceived as talking to some of us. That's why we are always careful before a lot of this shit with some of our, our information that we put out there, because it can be very easily traced in certain instances where the shit's coming from.
Right.
Well,
Then
the
why
problem
aren't they standing their ground?
One
Why
back,
aren't
Scott.
they-
Most of them are not a Gina Carano.
It doesn't matter
What are
about
they?
Gina Carano. Doesn't everyone at least have a certain principle and a protection of their own soul that eventually they know they have to do the right thing, even if it costs them stuff? Doesn't
Well, it's
anyone have
Hollywood.
balls anymore?
No,
Oh,
it's true.
sorry,
Well,
balls
yes.
is the wrong word.
Paulie's
Yes.
back. I'd like to hear what Paulie has to say, and then we'll hit you up, Makini.
Sure.
Well, I mean, in regards to speaking out or taking a stand or living by your principles, it's a little naive when you are grinding, just trying to get a job,
Right.
much less on a cast of somewhere. I've held back a lot because I respect my lady's career. And we just came in. We're not woke in the sense. I mean, we're liberal minded. We're pretty common sense people. But right now, the climate, you can't speak your mind.
Exactly.
So just keep your fucking nose down and do your work.
And that's
The
what
problem is-
they're
I
doing.
And if you're
understand that,
saying
but-
that that's like, oh, you're living on your principles. I mean, those are lofty ideas when you got to eat, bro.
No,
And,
I get
you
that.
know,
Well, it's getting
Paul-
beyond just
yeah.
eating too, though.
Polly, that's
Correct.
not what I mean,
Correct.
though. Polly, that's not what I mean. I'm not attacking you. I'm not attacking your
No,
wife.
I know you're not,
We're
bro.
doing the work
This is
ethic.
good-
I'm not
this
being
is
naive.
good conversation, by the
I
way.
am
Yeah,
coming,
definitely.
Yeah, but I'm coming from the point of a guy who's not a celebrity, who has lost everything over the last year, okay? And you
Yeah.
know what? And I understand that they're scared. They want to keep their money. They want to make sure everything's done. But then they shouldn't be making stupid effing articles like this. If you're going
Well,
to keep your nose down,
on-
you keep your nose down from everything like this.
On
and
this
all that
level, man, on this level, this level of celebrity, they're in their own reality to begin with.
Yeah.
We
As
have
you can
never
tell.
seen this much divisiveness in our country since the days of basically where you had segregation and shit.
Yeah, civil
And the
rights.
divisiveness is coming from an actual toxic minority of people. I am a liberal, and I am here. I've found more common ground with people that are more conservative or centrist minded in the last couple of years. But it's not just that; it's the projection of these people that have controlled the journal activists, people in Hollywood that are pushing these narratives about people that would consider themselves liberal that aren't like this. They're not like this. And that is the problem. This divide that we have is being promoted by disingenuous mainstream media and access media and the rich. That is the toxic minority. It's not
And
people
why-
like
I think there's
Paulie or
a-
myself.
And I
And
think
Gina
there's
is
a
important. Go ahead,
prevailing
Paulie.
feeling that I think there's a prevailing feeling that this is gonna pass.
It's not.
I
It's
hope
like-
so, but it's not. It's
No,
not
no,
a natural
I know.
thing. That's the problem.
I know. I'm just saying. I that. Anyways, I
get what you're saying, Paulie.
You get what I'm saying. No.
Most normal people would think that this is just something that's going to be naturally in past, because sooner or later people are going to want to make their money, right? And a lot of us actually had that belief early on in this thing. Because Paulie, we all said the same shit. But Gina is important, Stephen, because of the simple fact that, she is in a position to where she could do it, because let's be real, that hit piece on her wasn't so much a hit piece as it was to give them
Defamation.
permission to cancel her, because they're basically saying, oh, she's a princess, she's got this money, she'll be fine. She's not really canceled, because remember, that was the whole fucking narrative they were trying to push for the last couple weeks.
Yeah,
And
I
she's
know.
not really canceled.
But Tom,
But,
I
back
don't.
to
I
the
don't.
Story.
Sorry.
Back to the story. It is what is prevailing is that in all kind of areas, and I think cultures has already been beating this drum, is that they're trying to see how much they can get away with.
Yeah, and I think Bill Burr showed just how scared you can be.
Burning down the old systems, in burning down because that's what this is. That's what the story is. Is like I want to destroy. I want to destroy the patriarchy. That's what
and that's valid. But let's get some of these other guys. I want to hear from Makini. Don't be sorry. No, please. This is great.
No, I just wanted to finish up though with the Bill Burr thing, because he's even somebody who probably could say fuck it all tomorrow and move away from it all. But he's got a family. He's worried about this shit. And when you got somebody who is usually not afraid to speak out, and he was acting as agitated as he was in that podcast, that should tell you something.
It means comedians are in jeopardy.
Exactly. Now I'm going to shut up for a while too. You're right.
Yeah, no, don't shut up, because I just want to give, because I know I saw Culture, I know Makini. So let's hear the guys on the outside. Etep, you have anything to add to this? Because let me say this too. This happened back in the 50s. We talked about this before, the blacklist, where anybody who was too far left got blackballed out of Hollywood. And that was a terrible time in Hollywood. People lost their careers, their homes, their friends. They were literally like, I don't know, outcasted. They had scarlet letter on them, and I'm sorry, but we're going through that again. Unless you stay quiet or commit to what they want you to say, you're going to have that cancel culture. And I'm not saying Hollywood in general is canceling each other, but it's the hate mob that comes after them. And for somebody to stand up, if more people stood up and said, you don't have that power in Hollywood, if they did that, then this would be over tomorrow. But the problem is they're allowing that small minority to control the rest of the world, pretty much, of Hollywood. And it's sad, because we're too quiet. People that just want to have a good life and take care of their family and be a good neighbor don't speak out enough. And these are the people that speak out. They will hunt you down. They will try to cancel you, cancel anybody who talks to you. So what, Makini or Culture or ETEP, what do you guys have to add to that? Because it's important to hear what you have to say.
Go ahead,
Culture.
Well, they've been trying to tear this all down for a long time, and Paulie's right. I mean, this is a conversation I have with regularity with people like Comics and Drew, and even Steve, author Stephen Walton, and stuff like that. We get an opportunity to talk about this, and but we've been dealing with it for a while. I mean, this is, again, it's not new. All of this stuff started about the same time. In the late aughts. I'm using Scott's term, and then it progressed, and it got completely revealed in the most funky way possible in 2015 because of a really terrible Ghostbusters film. And it had been working its way in, and a lot of people just ignored it, didn't care. Oh, okay, so they're making a little power play, don't care about it at all. And it is what it is, right? But they really want to destroy everything that society is built on, not just here in the United States, but around the world. They are looking for more authoritarian governments. They are looking for more monoculture. They don't want, they don't want the plurality or that we have now. They don't want that. Right now, we have a plural thought. We have plural religions. We accept so much. This country is the most accepting. There are studies going back into 2018, and I have the map somewhere. I need to find it again. The United States is the most accepting in the entire world. We're also the most mixed in the world between religion, race, national origin. And
I can interject there real quick for Culture and just say Andre has said that to me many a times. Yeah, and he's been here a couple times now. He's been a lot of other places, and he has flat out said that America is the least racist place he's ever been.
It is. It is. Yeah, we are vastly in front of all these other countries that are trying to give us a lecture, including China, that thinks that, they're going to lecture us on human rights violations. Oh my God. Talk about a racist culture, right? I mean, China, if you are any other color, they look at you.
Don't forget their thing today, though.
It's very uncomfortable to be another color in most Asian countries, but primarily in China. You not only stand out like a sore thumb, they treat you very, very poorly, if they even acknowledge your presence at all. So we need to take a look at who's trying to lecture you, whose ideology they're buying into, and what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. And it's the people like I have here behind me on the screen, those that are pushing the high repugnance, and the people that are trying to continue to make this narrative, popular. It's these idiots that are I guess technically maybe they're intelligent people. I should say this: it's their idiotic ideas and the things that they were indoctrinated into believing that is destroying everything from the inside out. Patriarchy be damned. That's not what it's about. They believe me, authoritarians don't want to make women more powerful than men. I mean, that doesn't work in history. It never has. That's not how this is going to go down. Just pay attention to who owns what, who the board members are of where, and where they all come from. Because they are all starting to be illuminated in the fact that, oh, hey, this person's super rich and they're part of this and they're on this board, and holy cow, they go to Davros. But, we're not going to step too deeply into the political stuff here.
It's okay.
The thing is, the only racist, pretty much the racist out there would have is in the China area, and I'm sorry, but and they're associated with a lot of companies that are somehow been mind melded into believing in putting this stuff in their media.
Yeah.
And I don't think Gina was not important. I loved her interview. I hope that wasn't directed at me earlier, Tom. Gina is very important. It is a guiding light. It's also the first step. And I know it's going to be hard for a lot of celebrities, whether you're mid-tier, high-tier, low-tier, because it's balancing yourself versus your future and survivability.
And girthy guitarist, I do want to speak to that comment that Scott highlighted. Yes, Japan, and we are very close allies with Japan. They own a considerable amount of our debt. We have very friendly relations with them and many other countries. But it doesn't change the fact that they are far, far behind us when it comes to inclusion.
Right.
This inclusion word is crap. Again, it's the restructuring of language to reprogram your brain. Stop letting them do it. The United States is the most inclusive country in the world. We have the most opportunity, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't care if we were building a wall to protect our southern border or not. Because guess what? Nobody would want to come here. But everybody wants to come here. The land of opportunity has been open for business for a very long time. And, again, I mean, you put McDonald did a song recently where he said, you put a fence around your house,
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just speak to that, because I don't think the wall's anything to do with any of this. My whole point is this: common sense has to prevail. We in the United States, we're all about immigrants. We're all from immigrants, or most of us, right? We're all different, varying makes up of different immigration, and that's totally fine. You go about the process, do it the right way. You're more than welcome. The problem is, you start everything on an equal footing with everybody else. That's all. Not only that, believe me, you are in a country who loves you, in a way that you don't even understand, right? Because they grant you all of the liberty that you should have had the day you were born.
Real quick, Culture, they don't even grant it to you. They say it's a God-given right.
Yeah, it's endowed upon you by your creator is the language. Sure. But my point is, they don't take away those liberties the day you're born. You can opt to do certain actions that get them restricted. You can elect to take positions that can compromise them. But for the most part, here, and that's dangerous. It's a dangerous concept. It's one of the reasons why, we've maintained the way we have, why we've persevered, why we have been able to strive for excellence. Mm-hmm. But, it is what it is. And I can go on and on.
I know. And it's a valid point, but ETEP or Machini, before we move on to Tim Allen, do you guys have anything to add to this?
Go ahead, Mac.
Okay. First off, two things I want to bring up. One, and I don't know if you guys follow Deadwood Dale. He's a good YouTuber, friends with many people in Comicsgate. But he pointed this out a while back, that the thing is that people like to use diversity and inclusivity as the problems. Like when they hear that word, don't believe that.
No,
it's not diversity. It's not inclusivity. Call it what it is. They're using identity politics. This is identity politics, and they want to force you to not use that. That's what you call it, what it is. Mm-hmm. Second, if you have not seen the recent video from the corner and stuff, add on to the fact that China is now considering, the LGBTQ community a mental illness. The way they see Islam as a mental illness, they see all of that. Yeah.
Who was that?
It's China.
Oh, right.
That was today.
That was today.
I mean, it's not
asshole.
China asshole.
So,
China is asshole.
Mac, can I ask you a quick question though to the first point you made about the identity politics? It's not just the inclusion and just what you're saying, inclusion and diversity.
Those are also the screens that racists use to be racist right in front of your face, because they're pretending to be this inclusive and diverse at the same time. So it's not just the politics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why you call it what it is. They're using identity politics, because diversity and inclusivity isn't a bad thing, and it's fine. It's just they twist it. They're twisting it to using those words and using it against other people and such like that. We call it what it is, identity politics.
Yep.
So on the grounds of what we were talking about earlier, the thing is with me is that, I come from somebody who's just been watching this whole thing unfold, been watching these past couple of years unfold. Me, being a part of the Fandom Menace, being friends with so many people like you guys, I have admitted that it's made me feel paranoid. It's made me paranoid to the fact that I'm afraid of what I might put out is going to get me canceled. What I might put out is going to get me canceled.
And canceled, but real quick, Makani, canceled isn't just, you don't have a YouTube channel anymore. And that's a big deal to certain people that's their life. But they try to cancel everything and anyone that helps you out. Oh, your job, they're going to call them. And if you,
Scott.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to talk.
Remember what I said a while back?
Yeah, brother.
When they want you canceled, they basically want you dead.
Yeah,
they want you gone from society. But here,
yes, not physically, but societal dead. Yes,
yes. That
they
either
want your
that
humanity.
Either that. Hang on. Let me answer this, and because listen to your boy Zach, Diversity Comics has also said it best. Either they want you canceled, or they will find any way to force you to take the easy way out. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here's my thing. I've always had that paranoid of me being canceled for what I put.
Really, I'm sorry because one of our guys got to go. ETEP's got to step out. So ETEP, say your last regards on this, and then I know you got to bounce.
Yeah, as someone who's had this done, attempted to have been done to me, my work was contacted, screenshots of something that I supposedly said that was offensive, and I went through this 6 years ago with a bunch of asshats over something I posted on Facebook from my personal page. And these people, they're the cockroaches of society, man.
Yep.
We just, like I said, I know it's difficult for some people, but you just have to stick your neck out there and say, no, this ain't happening. This ain't happening. I want to acknowledge the chat, man. You guys, I've been seeing you guys. You guys have been on fire tonight. So
really good conversation going on.
Yes, absolutely, man. You guys rock. Thank you so much. I am headed out. You can find me on my channel, Etepo Queens, the place to be reviews. Not tonight, though. I am. Do you mind if I say where I'm going, Scott?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm going over to Mary Mayhem's right now.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, I am. I'm popping over there for the evening. That's why there was no Rogue show tonight on my channel. So, and Friday night you can catch myself, my co-host Tony Tonedev, Script Doctor, and Jayne Theory, as we'll be breaking down the WandaVision series finale and a few other fun things. So thank you, man, for having me on.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate it, brother.
Well, let Mary know. Let Mary know we're going to send the chat over after we're done.
Thank you, panel. You guys have been great. Thank you all. Have a great night.
Have a great night, buddy.
Tell Mary she's lacking culture on the stream tonight. That's disappointing.
Well, me, yeah, it's like, hey, I'm all trash, no trailer though. So, on that note, I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
Later, buddy.
Later, brother.
And I like to, again, I know it's not my fault, but I don't know why Google's going this hard on you guys. They're just blocking a lot of people's comments, deleting them. So I'm sorry about that. But what I've seen in the chat has been a lot of good stuff. You don't even have to say anything for people to want to cancel you. Staying silent now, right? Staying silent.
If you could let me continue. And I saw
real quick.
I saw what you said, Fast Steven, and I'll try to speak from the heart on this one. So the point what I was saying was that I've always had being, a part of this community, being a part of, associated with you guys. I've always had that for the past couple of years. I've always had that feeling of being paranoid of what I say, what I might do, or anything I might put on paper is going to put me in the crosshairs. But here's the thing, it's the thing is, even the people who don't have that big of a clout, that big of a name for themselves, or even in a professional position, they can be in the crosshairs too. And it's usually the thing is they target the people who are the most defenseless, who can't defend themselves. And that's the thing I've learned from being here is that, listen, and for a while there's a reason why I don't talk politics and that much on my own stuff. It's just because mentally for me it's grating. It makes me unhappy, and it's not like not everybody's happy about that. Not everybody wants it. People, it's a place of escapism, as how I see it. But for me, I've just realized, like, listen, I just don't care anymore.
Well, yeah.
You guys stop. We're seeing every single freaking day, every single hour, every single minute, everybody is getting canceled for one freaking reason or another. And I just listen, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. This is the hill I'm going to die on, then fine. That's what I'm going to die on. Okay. Because I know that how I feel is true. I know that how I feel is, I might be a American online. I might, whatever, but I'm not going to, but the thing is just that it's a state. The thing is, it's a state of mind.
Yes.
It's you have to add on to that it is a state of mind.
It is.
You can't let them.
Let me cut you off. I know because you're feeling it right now, but I want to move on to get to this next article because it also has stuff to talk about this. It's important we talk about these things. These people are emboldened because they are allowed. People bend the knee, and I think when it started, people did not bend the knee, and maybe studios backed up their actors or teams backed up their athletes. This would not be where it is now. But when people that are keyboard warriors feel like they finally have some type of power, it's a drug. It's a drug. Yep. And they do whatever they can. They just keep going, and they want a bigger hit, meaning a bigger celebrity, and they want a bigger fix, and they want it now. And it's actually really sad, and it's scary.
Sorry.
Well, you've been talking to Bill. Tom, what do you got?
Well, I just wanted to say this as somebody who's been doing this for a while.
Yep.
Like, if I'd have known things were going to get to this point, I would have never just used my regular name and shit. I've been like Doomcock. Like, at this point, I mean, frankly, because I've done fucked myself probably for any future job prospects if this doesn't work out or they take us down. And that's just it. And that's what cancel culture is right there, folks. It's like, and like Steven, you said you've dealt with it already. And, I think ETEP said he did the same. He had dealt with it before too. And that's the thing, man. It's like, the shit's getting scary. At first, I thought all this was a mixture of really bad movies for the last 10, 20 years mixed with, these idiots who just wanted to invoke, these wokeisms. I didn't think it went as deep as it did until I got into this shit and realized what I was in for. And, I just said, fuck it. I'm already this deep in. What can I do? And so, again, this is not some, shit to take lightly.
No.
And I really, really want to stress that there are a lot of people who are scared right now and they're worried. And it's all because of these people that want to basically take them out. And it's exactly what Gina posted about.
Yes.
It's exactly what she's talking about,
Tom.
and it's scary as shit.
Tom, I get that, and I think a lot of people understand that, but that's kind of the reason why I don't use my real name. I
Right.
don't link to my Facebook. I don't give out any of my PayPal that could be linked. That's why I use a 3D avatar, and people find a problem with that because they don't understand that, because they want to see the real face.
Yep.
And if that is even happening in our little community of the Fandom Menace, Comicsgate, or whatever, and you have a problem with someone not showing their face, you're a part of that problem to a degree, because you're not letting that we're not understanding the fear. I understand the fear, man, and I'll be here for it. I'll be for anyone here who comes after you. I think all of us will, because we got to be our own phalanx, because we're right now the Spartans in that narrow pathway, and we got to use our fear to make sure we are not taken out. Our humanity is more important, and I get where you're coming from too. I just think,
and a perfect example is what the quarterings going through
right now. Is
all
zombie
he
kills.
did was call out some fucking racism.
Right. Can you elaborate on that, one of you guys? Because I think that's important.
Go ahead, Steven, because you know more about it.
Go ahead, Steven. Oh, thank God.
And real quick,
All right.
Steven, let me just Storyman Jack with the
Sorry
$5
about that.
super chat. No, don't be sorry. My boss tried to write me up for the whole canceled Disney Plus post I made. He's no longer my boss. LOL. And that's what should happen. They shouldn't take your personal page. If you know, these people that work for Star Wars says, well, it's my personal page, I could do what I want on it, then you should be able to also. So
I hope that means your boss got fired and you didn't quit.
I believe that's it.
He actually woke up with the management in his office the next day. Jack told me the story. So literally, the guy tried to took him in the office. He says that's not what we have. What kind of mindset we have in the office? He went to human resources, and next day gone.
Wow,
ridiculous.
That means also that he's also creeping his employees' social media for no reason.
Well, fill us in about the quartering real quick.
Oh, well, what's going on with the coordinate? It's stemming back to Zombie Kills. Everyone remembers Zombie Kills, right? The Twitch streamer that tried to go after Microsoft and PlayStation, saying, "Oh, why can't we get a free system to try it? Why can't we get that?" And she supposedly she got a free Xbox, but lied at the same time that about the fact that she already got one from Target. She is also the same woman who has been trying to get the quartering attacked for a racist attack, saying that he's sending his followers after, which he does not do, and it's been a constant few months of this stuff. Last week, there was a YouTube streamer or a YouTube creator who made a criticism video, right? And pretty much and then sent her an email saying, "Hi, this is what I did. I just want you to know," trying to be polite. I know it's not the best way to go about it. She then invoiced him through PayPal, doxing herself at the same time, literally doxing herself at the same time with the real name in the thing. I'll bring up the video, but she then invoiced him for $2,000 through PayPal because he used her likeness or whatever for wasting her time.
Wow.
And I think that's the second video, if I can find it. She is not a good person. She has been caught for lying. I'm going to bring up the screenshots because her tweets are now protected, right? She has been hiding offline, but she's still trying to do this campaign. She's blocking everyone. She's literally just being the devil incarnate, playing the victim book.
While you do that, let's just hit this one real quick. So we have an article from Deadline, and in the article by Greg Evans, Tim Allen on his Trump silence didn't join in the lynching crowd. Last Man Standing star Tim Allen has described his silence about former President Donald Trump as not joining the lynching crowd. In a long interview on Mark Maron's WTF podcast, the conservative Allen explained why he stays away from discussing politics. "I literally don't breach anything," Allen told Maron. "What I've done is just not join into it. As I called it, the we culture. I'm not telling anybody else how to live."
There you go.
There you go. Perfect. Allen continued, "I don't like that. We should do this or we should do that." Regarding Trump, Allen said, "Once I realized that the last president pissed people off, I kind of liked that. So it was fun. It was fun just not saying anything. Didn't join in the lynching crowd." And then he says, "Once I started making money, I had this silent partner that just took almost half of my money and I never gave me anything for it." Okay, so that's something a little different. But what do you guys think he's trying to say there?
He's saying a lot like what Kurt Russell was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, keep your politics to yourself. You have customers. And if you want to piss off half your fan base or a good quarter of your fan base, the last thing you should do is tell your audience how to feel or think. And especially when it comes to politics or religion.
You know, I'm going to butt in because I'm dealing with this, right? You know, for our next fundraiser. And it's like you can't escape politics and anywhere you turn, right? I asked one of the musicians to, you know, give me a choice of a couple charities. And I cringed because I'm like, man, I can't go for that charity because it's going to alienate my audience. And I don't want to do that. My audience is, you know, is down the middle, a little bit to the right. And I like that. You know, I love the audience. I love what we're doing on the show. I don't want to alienate anybody, and I wouldn't want to do it on the other side. You know, I was thank God they came with another option, but it's just almost like, you know, it's you know, and look at subscribers and, you know, people following this, the pay, you know, it to me, I treat it, even though it's not like paying me anything, I treat it as a job. Like I treat it as like I'm being a service, right? I'm doing something, and I kept that in perspective, you know, because it's like, you know, these are, in a sense, lack of, you know, better word, guys, you know, these are customers coming to the show. That's how I see it.
Right.
These are I want to treat them. I want to entertain them, treat them with total respect. Yep. You know, and
the Michael Jordan effect, right? The Michael Jordan, where he was famously said, "Why don't you speak out on social topics?" And he said, "Well, conservatives buy sneakers too." You know, I think that's a deep statement there.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick.
You rock, Paulie. Thank you. All right. So what do we got here, Fat Steven?
Well, first of all, Paulie, man, you got to give yourself more credit. You are one smart man. And you keep a very level head when you talk to people. Not many people can do that.
Well, and I think we all really need to start pushing this idea of the centrist thing, because that's where, I mean, if we're going to have to, it's like, look, we don't care what your politics are. We don't care who you want to fuck. If you just want good entertainment, that's what most of us in these circles care about, period.
You know, Tom, I agree with you, because this is the first time that Steven said, you know, as far as me watching him, that he's liberal, you know, as far as being liberal, you know, leaning. And not that we need to say that, but we need to show that, you know, we need to be united in how diverse just this panel is.
Just the panel.
The thing is, Paul,
just the panel, man. You know, this is that's a big deal.
Well, the thing is, Paulie, is that we've had these really extremists, far leftists, right, who have been trying to push everybody who don't think like them over into one corner. If you're not far left, you are far right, you know, and that's how. And I'm sick of being told that I'm not who I have always been, just because I'm not as extreme as the crazy extremists who want to get rid of everyone who doesn't think like they do. And that's just not who I am. I've had no problem sitting at a table my entire life and listening to conservatives or centrists or libertarians or whoever it may be, and finding common ground and being able to discuss the differences between us.
Look at Nick McCabe is in the chat. I'm sorry, Steven.
No, go ahead, brother.
McCabe is and he went off on the race swapping of Sasha Calle, right, when she got the job. And I said, hey man, come on the show, come on my show, and we had a fucking great talk. And I put it up because it was civil. It was, you know, like we were exchanging, thoughts and ideas, and that's it, man.
Yeah,
you got to do that.
It's civil until you play him in Mario Kart. Then he invents words you never heard before.
Well,
and before we jump into this video, real quick, if you could swap out real quick for what I'm sharing. This I want to show just to kind of emphasize what we're saying here. Our culture has always been diverse.
Yeah,
that's the thing I think that drives them nuts, is all these labels they're trying to put on us. Scott, just hit share, dude.
Yeah, dude, sorry, Tom.
You know how to do that?
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
I have a reference. Look at this. Look at this. This is 1984. This is us. This is the nerds.
This is us.
What do you see here? You see all different kinds of races. You even have a gay person here.
That's right.
Great rapper.
Hey, Raj.
Yeah, I mean, and as stereotypical as some of this shit is, it's still more diverse and realistic portrayal of what we really are is our nerd culture, and that's what I'm saying. Like, look at that. That's nerd culture right there. You have
hands, everybody,
and everybody
exactly
clap your hands. Yeah,
you've got all kinds of different cultures here.
Wow.
Well, let me put it this way. There was a report. I just saw it right before we came on, and I don't know what the article was saying, but again, headline said that Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall was told by execs that they had to have a white guy in their movie. Yeah, check it out. You can find that later.
I definitely want to check that out.
All right, you know what? I'll find it right now.
Let's see what I know. Steven had
that
this
story's going all over the place. Yeah, I just haven't read it yet.
All right, you guys keep talking. I'll be right back here. Fat Steven, that's up. And go ahead, Culture.
No, so real quickly, look, the center is not a bad place to try to find yourself. It's where I've always found myself prior to, I would say that after I graduated high school, I was slightly more right. But as time went on and I was better educated, I learned that, I fall issue to issue on either side of things. And I usually fall in alignment with a political ideology that has no chance of gaining power. And it puts me in a precarious position because I agree with certain things that the classical liberal side of things find themselves in line with, and then I fall in other areas where a classic conservative would find themselves. And but it's primarily I have more socially liberal views than I do, conservative views when it comes to social issues. And, I am the embodiment of the middle. And so it's incredibly frustrating to me to be labeled something that I'm not. And the goal of these folks and the people that, for example, we were talking about this transparency knuckle that's from Australia,
right,
that was trying to couch everybody under certain labels. That's the kind of crap we have to fight. And these are the people, they try to define you and put little labels on you and put you into smaller and smaller boxes, because then you lose power. We have power and unity. We can unify tomorrow and say we're not doing this anymore. In fact, you have entire states doing it right now in a different way at the moment.
Again, it's a small percentage. Why doesn't the large percentage do it then, Culture?
Dude, well, because you control right now we're in a battle of information, and right now there is a tiny little sliver of incredibly wealthy people that control how you get your information. From the platforms that we utilize, like Twitter and places like that, from the mass media. The mainstream media is not your friend. They hate you just as much as Hollywood does. So they're constantly keeping real information from you, telling a different story. They will fact check you on one sliver of thing that is said or is reported, but not grant that 99% of what you said is accurate. And that's the problem. I mean, that's why Snopes became worthless. I mean, if you want to go and fact check things now, you have to do it yourself, because you can't trust anybody. You can't trust Twitter to do it. You can't trust even the many voices that you hear on YouTube. I tell people all the time, and did most recently because of on today's video, that I'm telling you the story around what's happening with media and how they're going to track you and track entertainment so that they can advertise better to you. They're compromising your privacy, and you didn't know that they were working on that. You're not being told that. And when you're agreeing to something on the screen, when you sign up to a streaming service, you have no idea that you're surrendering all elements of your privacy so that they can sell that to somebody else. They shouldn't. Right. You're purchasing a service. Is part of purchasing a service going to be them compromising you? Yes. And YouTube just updated in the background. So I love that I get those messages now.
Right.
So I have no idea what they updated.
Maybe messing with my chat. Real quick, Riff Mangos for $5 Australian. Hail Sporking. We're living in butthurt Orson Welles soy nightmare. Help us, George Carlin. You're our only hope. Ain't
Hey,
that the friggin' truth?
Ain't
You're
that the
on
truth,
your
man?
own.
Mhm.
I miss George.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's George.
I fucking warned you. You're on your own.
He
Scotty,
did.
if you have one moment, would you share my screen?
Yeah.
Thank you. So here's according to Christy right here and a bunch of other people that are modding your chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, here they are. Google moderator. Google moderators just deleting. There's Tommy with a video deleting. There's the Sentinel deleted by moderator. Deleted by Google moderator team.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I don't see it either. I'm trying to find it. I don't see any of those on my active YouTube or on StreamYards. That's
Well, it
crazy.
gets hidden from you, and this is because Google, people at Google, they are about censorship. They are about stopping people from having conversation, stopping people like this panel who, I mean, just from this conversation, not that I didn't know that a lot of us are pretty diverse in the way we think and view things, but we are even more so in my mind because of the conversation we've had. A diverse group of people who do not think in the same terms. But you can't have that kind of conversation. Google doesn't want that. Our social medias don't want that. The mainstream media, politicians, they don't want that. They don't want these conversations to be had, showing how similar we are in the way that we view our freedoms. So good job, Google. Fuck off.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, we'll just go to the quote, okay? What Eddie told Jim, excuse me, Jimmy Kimmel. He's talking about the 1988 hit with Arsenio Hall. He said, "I love Louis, but I think we were forced to put Louis in it." Talking about Louis Anderson, we were forced to put in a white person. He goes on to say the whole cast is black, and this was a black back in the 80s. So it was like, we have to have a white person. There has to be a white person in the movie. What? So it was, who's the funniest white guy around? And Louis, we knew we was cool with him. So that's how Louis got in the movie. So they had to, Louis Anderson had to be put in the movie. It's like, now if you reverse that, flip that role right now and do that in a movie and say, well, you know, you have to have one, you know, black person or one Latino or, you know, whatever, even though they're telling them, even though they're telling them to have diversity, it would come off wrong. It would still come off wrong in today. So what do you guys think?
Anderson was a diversity hire?
Yeah, but no, they're actually doing that right now, Scott. That's what all these fucking like.
Yeah, true. I guess so. Yep.
We promised to do this, and then there's the Oscar rules and all that shit. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the wrong video. My
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, why did I share that one?
You got Gina on the brain after you saw that picture. That picture was banging. I saw it on Facebook. The one with her laying down with Baby Yoda.
I don't ever run the
tit
brain.
old
I actually
bitties.
been listening. No, to be honest, when that interview came out, Walton,
I got a script was there with me. Pop Culture Minefield, Loki from Mischief jumped in. Purple Valkyrie. We even had Rowan Ginger Raven. We had a bunch of people. We did a 4-hour stream of that interview, and we peaked about 428 people that stream watching.
Wow.
And we didn't have any arguments. The chat didn't argue, and I was trying to go through it to find a certain section. Like, no one, I even told them, you guys can have your opinions, respect the opinions, but respect everyone in the chat.
Right.
Like, we do have the ability to accept other people, whether it's political values or not. And a lot of them just came there to listen. And that's the biggest art I think we've lost when it comes to, it doesn't matter if you're centrist. I don't care if you're left or right, far left, far right, diagonal, up or down.
Well,
you don't have to bring politics into something to just have the entertainment and the company of friends and your allies or whatever it is.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are getting sick of seeing politics on every channel.
Yes.
They really are.
Yeah. And you know what? We do need to talk about these things and put it out there because it's important to put a magnifying glass on these things. But what I love is, for the most part, when somebody with, you know, a very far left view on something, if they're respectful and a good person, they can easily come on my channel and debate their side. You know, Steven sometimes is more left than I am. You know, everybody's experience is different, but they tried to divide like the fandom menace people with different Star Wars fans. Right away, you're causing a division, so people automatically will bump heads. Now, if you take away that and just talk to people and not be disrespectful, but respect people's opinions, then guess what? People get along no matter what they do. If you like Raylo, if you're a Raylo, go for it, man. Go for it.
I have learned, God, I mean, from a person from my upbringing and my belief, I'm sorry, real quick before you get the super chat, I have found more people of like mind in the Fandom Menace that are just different types of people, whether you're political or you're not, whatever your persuasion, whatever you may be. That's what I've found here is people coming together for the right for each of us to have an opinion. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I support the Fandom Menace and why I'm writing the books that I'm writing, is because it's not, when you say far left, right, you're talking about the people that are extremists that don't want anyone outside of their little fart bubble to have any kind of opinion or thought. And like I said, recently I've kind of gone on a sojourn talking to other people that you would probably call leftists that don't think necessarily like we do, or people that we have been trained to believe will condemn us for being simply a color or straight, or will label us a certain supporter of a political party. And that's not the case. This is what I'm finding, is that is not the case. We are all being played by far leftists, by extremists who don't really care about what they're talking about. They're just trying to divide us and trying to create drama. It's nefarious, my friend. It's absolutely nefarious. I've found more true friends in this YouTube sphere among people who do not share some of my same opinions or dispositions than anywhere else in my life, and I'm happy for that. It's about conversation, talking, and finding commonalities, and a lot of us have the same commonalities. We just, express. We want to be able to express ourselves. We want to be able to have the same freedoms. We want to be able to speak our mind without harassment or shame. So I don't even. Far left is really just an extremist. It's an extremist group, and they are the toxic minority. Everything that they have been labeling at us for the last several years is what they themselves are, and that's what I'm finding. Like I said, I talked to a non-binary person the other night for like 4 hours, y'all. And you know what I found out? That this person wasn't offended if I said she, because they recognized that they were born a woman.
Oh yeah, one of my best friends.
There was no shame. The whole was a great conversation. And what I found was that they feel just as upset about their misrepresentation. Like I said, when I was saying in my video the other day, they brought up the new Warriors. They were disgusted by it. They were completely disgusted. Like, that's not us. What is this? Right. We're all getting played. We're all getting played. And
one of my best friends, just recently at the age of 46, wanted to talk to me, and we went out and got coffee and looked at me and said, I'm non-binary, gender fluid. I needed to tell you this. And I was like, okay, so what does that mean? And explained it. And then I said, so what do you need from me? And, do you want me to call you she or he? He's like, well, gender fluid, you've always been my buddy. So if you call me he, I won't take offense. Done.
Right.
Done. Guess what? This guy has been in my corner anytime I had a problem. He's been a good friend for a very long time. Why would I get rid of somebody? Like, they want to label us as I would have got rid of him and excommunicated him because of who he feels like he really is. And you know what? He's happier than he's ever been.
And that's great. It's people embracing, we're at a point. And I was talking about this, if I could just sidetrack real quick. I was talking about this with this person the other night, is that we got to
oh, shoot. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry. We got to a point in our society where gay rights was achieved. And then these different small minority segments of people who are like gender fluid and different expressions of this were allowed in our free society to express themselves. And just like, it's been hijacked by the media. It's been hijacked by these wealthy elitists in Hollywood. It's been hijacked by people who are just hateful and want to create division in a misrepresentation of what some of these people are feeling. In and of itself, that is a very diverse community of people that don't necessarily co-sign to the same beliefs and the same identities and the same feelings. It's a gender fluidic segment of society. They are not out there to try and condition your kids. They're not out there to force you to use whatever that's not it. That is entirely a narrative constructed by those in power that have influence in our media, these idiots in Hollywood to create division. They're virtue signaling, identity politics.
Yep.
That's what it is. Real conversations can be had between us, and it doesn't have to be destructive, and it doesn't mean you have to kneel to a narrative. We're all allowed to our own expression. That's really, I don't know if that person represents a large portion of that minority population, but from the conversation I got, it's all about being able to be your own self and being able to express yourself independently. It's not about controlling anyone else's speech. We have all been played. We have all been fooled by these disingenuous assholes, these wealthy elitists. It's really nefarious. It truly is. I'm going to be having some more talks with people outside of our own what we consider our community. I'm going to be having more conversations with these people. It is, and I'm gonna bring it to y'all, and I'm gonna try and bring it to y'all, and try and get that understanding through that. Just because somebody prefers an alternative pronoun or whatnot, that doesn't mean that you are being demanded of to change your speech and your thought.
Real quick, Steven, Paulie's got to bounce, so I want to give him a second to plug his channel, and if he had any last thoughts on this. And then something I never say, I got to catch up on some super chats. All right, Paulie.
Well done,
Paulie. Nice. Thank you for letting me for inviting me on the show.
Anytime.
Thank you to the chat. Latino Slant. We have videos up every day, whether they're a couple minutes or a little longer. There's always something new, and we appreciate the community. And that's it. And to be continued as far as these subjects. Let's keep the discussions going.
Guys, be sure to check out Paulie's channel. He's killing it. I can't wait to hang out with him again. We've been missing each other. I think that's going to stop next week. So keep killing it.
Yeah, Paulie, Yeti reached out, so we're going to nail something down for a Saturday.
Okay, great.
All right, brother.
Great. Be well, everyone. Much love.
You too.
Take care, brother. Hasta luego.
All right, let me catch up on these super chats. We have Toxic Man Flu, and he says, I want, for $2, I want a CC shirt with, and that's the problem. Cancel culture. All right. Done, right? It needs to be made. Then Toxic only hires porn stars for $2 says the answer is porn stars. Lots of porn stars. The man knows what he's talking about.
Ain't that the truth?
Right? And then Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, nibble for $5. I guarantee every store near a Google moderator has no tissues in stock because all their fapping while censoring people. Yeah. Dude, they have really gone after this chat. It's unbelievable, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, people not saying much.
We're having a lot of real talk here this evening, But
these people aren't even saying much in their stuff, like little things, and it's ridiculous, man. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I thought we jumped to Dr. Seuss, but I think we're going to wrap it up, actually, because I got to work in the morning. I appreciate everybody for coming. Definitely the chat has rocked tonight. Thank you guys for working with that moderation bullshit. Let's first say goodbye to our guest of the night and let them know where they can find you, Fat Steven.
I'm Fat Steven. I got a YouTube channel. I co-host with the Lunch Table every Friday at noon. Find me on Twitter during the mornings after Loki's Mornings Mischief. I'm usually doing some game streams on my channel. I do Comic Round Table with that crew on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Mondays, it is Raiders of the Lost Art with Popcorn Minefield, Script Doctor, and YetiCast. Fridays and Sundays, it's Gaming with Ords.
Somebody fapping?
Yeah, someone's fapping.
I know, someone's enjoying themselves.
Thanks for having me, Scott. This conversation has been good. And
yeah, please don't be a stranger, man.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know if someone can share my channel. It's out in the private chat, but thank you for having me.
Yep, we'll get that in there. And definitely don't be a stranger. Jump on anytime. I'll leave you in the DM if you'd like. Because you always, you bring levity, but you also bring some very important, perspective. So yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I've been pleasantly surprised to find how much of an intellectual Steve is.
Oh, yeah, man. He knows.
Surprised.
It's deep. It's not about being deep. It's the fact that I prefer making someone laugh than making someone paranoid of their reality. I know we need reality, but they come here for one reason: to escape politics, to escape the bullshit, and just have a good time. And I think if we can find the balance, we're good. But I think everyone's just getting it thrown in their faces, and it drains me. It's probably draining our track too.
Yeah, and that's the
Sorry.
thing, we try to talk about it and it's important for us to talk about, but it's tough to listen to for 2 hours, and I appreciate everyone that stayed. We had a great count this, today. Thank you. Please hit like, subscribe to everybody on the channel, on the panel. But I think, Saturday I'm going to find news of the weird because I need a break every once in a while from just the heavy shit. But thanks again, Fat Steven. Next up is Machini 90.
Sorry, I had to mention, I tried to plug Fat Steven's YouTube channel and Google deleted it.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
right,
had to
Google. I
plug it in
thought
the
you were
second
reading my
channel.
messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't like my messages because I called them a bully. I knew they were being little pricks.
Well, I just
Okay.
put it in myself
Thank you.
too. I this is ridiculous, man. I gotta,
Yeah.
can we Tom, is there a way for us, tweet at YouTube support about this?
Sorry.
They don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, no. There's
No.
not a goddamn thing we can do.
Yeah, I tweeted at him to get fucked.
Yeah.
I can try because they usually reply to me within 10 minutes, which is weird.
All right, please do. All right,
Okay.
Machini, do your spiel.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you everybody for stopping by amidst all of the, the hoopla and such. I am Machini 90. I'm one of the artists of Rogue Entertainment. You can find me on my YouTube channel where I do weekly time-lapse videos and I do draw streams every Sunday at 12:30 Machini Live with me, Mads Mama Bear, Blue Lombardo, and M. Dashley, Frontline Sci-Fi. Here's what I got going on. I want to share two things.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Let me share the screen. Okay. So the first thing I want to bring up is
Look how fast that was. Look how fast I
I-
just shared that.
first thing I want to bring up is a new video I posted earlier today. This is the first time of me doing a commentary video. And I really appreciate as much feedback as possible on this one. It is a long video, but I figured it would be worth it just to, talk about it and just really try to get just me getting into more to adding commentary stuff to it.
That's
so
dope,
be more
dude.
comfortable
I would
doing
lick
that.
Wow.
So I'll put the link in the chat, but yeah, guys, please check that out. I really appreciate that. All the feedback possible. And I hope to do more commentary over my own art videos or more time-lapse videos, and maybe move on to me doing stuff like stuff like Vinny's doing is teaching, do tutorials, do teaching people how to draw, stuff like that. Second thing is that for anybody who really likes my work and they want some I guess something for their background. I got a suggestion last night from my friend Black Sage D on Twitter that I should take one of my photos and do some maybe make some wallpaper out of it, and that's what I did here. So this is my pinned comment. If you guys like my work, if you guys want some cool backgrounds for your phone, well, that's what I did here. I went in, took most of my color work, and I made backgrounds of it for you. So something to put on your phone.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah. And I'll put the links.
Sorry.
I'll put all the links in the chat. So
Nice.
there you
Like
go.
I
Someone
s-
sent me the screenshot of the Google moderators deleting comments and not the obscene comments, please. Thank you.
Right, definitely.
Even
Real-
one of Gina Carano.
right, the Gina Carano one's dope. I would love for I put it out there before. I'm going to start a Sparky News Live. I'd like a new logo for both my main channel and that one, with fun cartoonish spork or something like that. So if anybody out there wants to do it and send it to me DM, I'd appreciate it. I was talking to you too, Machini, but
I know.
I know
I'm
you're a
backed
busy
up on
man.
commission, so
Do commissions first, brother, because I don't want to pay. Toxic only hires porn stars for $5. I am cool with Steven's view, except for those who don't like pineapple on pizza. Those people lack human souls and taste. I'm sorry, dude. I got to come off camera or on camera. That is disgusting. Okay.
What
I don't
about
care
candy
if-
corn?
Stop. Can you tell him that that's my name and not Walton's name? Stop getting the Stevens mixed up. Come on.
Oh yeah.
I'm
yeah,
PH.
that's- You are the V. You are the V, my friend. I'm
He's
sorry.
V, I'm PH.
You're PH.
That's
All
right.
I know is pineapple's wrong. That's what I know.
It is wrong.
Are you saying you have different pH balances?
Well, that's why you have to use
Strong
degree.
enough for a man, but made for a woman.
And
No, it stands for pretty horny.
Well, I was thinking that he was calling Steven out, saying he had the V. That's not okay.
Oh. Okay. Well, Tom, I know you got a little channel if you want to plug it.
Plug it in, plug it in.
What about Need Radio?
I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, but above all, I did it my way.
All right.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
Not at all. Culture Casino, please.
And now the end
God,
is
he's going.
near.
God, that was beautiful.
I've reached the final curtain.
Once, twice, 3 times he has the V.
Ties.
Tea times a day.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
All your
Like a
favorite
lady.
hits.
Yeah.
Looking Penub.
I've been on the wrong place.
I've lost that love and feeling.
Buckwheat has been shot. All right, Culture Casino. Stop wasting time. Where can they find you?
Culture Casino, Culture Casino channel, Culture Casino Live, Culture Casino News starting.
Nudes.
Yeah, news. Damn it, on Monday.
Culture Casino News.
You give me.
I love your pepperoni lips.
I'm done.
Okay, all right. No respect for culture, man. I love
Be
it.
sure to subscribe to
Guys,
Culture
The
Casino.
luckiest
Please.
man on YouTube. Always
Please
rolling the
subscribe.
dice.
No,
The
but
man
please
with the
subscribe to his new channel.
sexiest hair on YouTube.
He
The
doesn't
voice of a god.
One
Please
lip doesn't
subscribe
mean
to his
anything.
New channel. All right. And Stephen Walton, he calls himself the author. What is that?
Please subscribe to Culture Casino's Only Lip, his OnlyFans, where you can find Culture Casino nudes. That's what's up. So thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you guys very much for being here. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the great conversations you guys have had. This has been a wonderful show. Thank you, Scott, for having me. Thank you to everybody that was on the panel. Please go check out Mary Mayhem, her show. With ETEP's going to be on there now. And thank you guys.
Sporkerz sent you.
Tell Sporkerz sent you. Thank you guys so much for being wonderful supporters of this channel. Please share out the links for everybody. Be good to each other and wash your hands, wash your ass. Peace.
Yeah, you guys, thank you, buddy. You guys have been amazing. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought I hit the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Okay.
Somebody's still fapping?
Someone is fapping, guys.
It's definitely Steven.
Who likes to
Which
fap?
Steven?
Oh, yeah. You gotta say PH or V. We gotta know which one. No? Okay. I just want to say thank you to my Let's Oberyn Martell level supporters. That's Lady Tauriel. And that also is Culture Casino. Thank you, buddy. And for my Littlefinger level, that's Tina Bojan, Toxic Only Hires Porn Stars, Jack B, and Who Knew. Thank you guys for helping out the channel. You helped me get this new setup. And I can't thank you all enough for Super Chat stickers. But keep a lookout for next week. I'm hoping to have Sporking News Live, where all my live content's going to go over there, and I'm going to start doing videos. What? Great.
I still give you money?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Dang! I need to cancel that shit. What the hell?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Check out Mary's stream, guys. Mary's going next, and then
Yes.
Wes is going to be going pretty soon. So check out my peeps, yo. My
Yeah.
peeps.
Yeah. And for everybody else that supports this channel, this one's for you. Good night. Craps. Put a spork in it. That's what I meant to say.
At least I can't hear them fapping.
We got to add a name to that.
Well, dude, then you know what?
Sporking News. He's the Sporkerz of the Sporking News. I don't even know what the fuck is Sporking.
That Kelly Tran diet.
Oops.
Oh, hey!
I hit the wrong button. Good night,
That's
everybody.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.